Góðan daginn! Welcome to the Pratchett Pal. My name is Gunnhildur. I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and this is my podcast. I talk about yarn, about knitting, crocheting, anything fiber related, whatever I managed to learn this time about fibers, because there is so much to learn. I talk about my the things that I'm working on, my works in progress. Remember, I talk about things that I do finish when I do finish them, and I talk about my ideas and my thoughts about what I might do in the whenever I finish the things that I'm working on, or just start a new project, because who doesn't need like 10 projects going at the same time? I mean, sometimes you just have to have many things going at once. That's just, some of us have that type of brain where focusing is just not, it's not always easy, or just doesn't always come naturally. So anyway, so yes. I am so happy. I am so happy. This is my first Sunday in my summer vacation, and I am feeling really good. So I'm finally starting to relax, which always takes a little while. Yeah. Alright, so where do I start? I did go out this morning, so today is Sunday. It is the 25th of July 2021. I did go out this morning and filmed a little bit of walk that I took, because it was a gorgeous day, and I did promise to like at least try and film something a little bit different. So I filmed the walk that I do take, on the rare occasion that I do take walks, because I don't really, I need to take more walks. Yeah, I need to move around a little bit more. So that's what I did this morning. Took a nice walk. And then I got back home. I had a little bit of breakfast, and then I went to check on my neighbor's cat, because for the next 3 weeks I think I will be looking after the dear kitty cat. So, well, there were originally 2 cats, but unfortunately the little lady had to be put down last Friday. She was what, 15 or 16 years old. Tiny. She was so small considering her age, and she was like short-haired. She had this gorgeous blue-gray coat. She's the only cat that I've seen with my own eyeballs that is that kind of color, and she was so sweet and so cute, so shy, and an absolute lady. And unfortunately she started to develop like something on her jaw. It didn't impede her, like her mood or her appetite or anything, but you know how it is with cats and dogs, they don't complain. So her owners took her to the vet on Friday, and unfortunately it was something that was starting to spread, and so they made the hard decision to simply let her go peacefully and without pain, which I think honestly is the most humane thing. It's always hard time to say goodbye to pets, whether your own or others, and it can't be easy. It shouldn't be easy, because they are part of your family, they are part of your life. But sometimes you have to make the tough decisions, even when it's breaking your heart. I'm crying. I shouldn't. She was a wonderful cat. She was an absolutely wonderful little kitty. And she got to go quietly. I'm still gonna miss her. She's like, she was such a sweetheart. But the cat that's left, I mean, he's gonna need his attention, because he lost the companion that he's had since he was an itty bitty kitty, and now both his humans, because they've gone to Poland, I think. She has family there, and that's something that had to be planned well in advance, so couldn't really skip it. So he needs a little bit more attention, which is why I've been bringing my brother along to give the poor kitty a little bit more petting and a little bit more attention. Probably shouldn't call him small though. I mean, he's a Maine Coon, but he's such a sweetheart. It's like so sweet. I adore him. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And then when I was done taking on the kitty, got back home and tried to decide what to tell you. But yeah. So that has been my morning so far. It is currently about 10:30 in the morning. I'm gonna film this, have fun, and then see how I'm gonna edit everything, because I think that the walk I took, like, it ended up being mostly just me standing and filming, because the weather is just gorgeous. So in the upcoming week they are predicting like rain, and I hope it's going to be a downpour, because I'm not gonna complain about having this nice type of heat, like not overbearing, but this nice type of heat. But we need rain, so hopefully we're gonna get a little bit of a downpour, because that would be fantastic. Other than that, I have managed to knit a little bit. So I think just over halfway done with the second panel of my pastel colored sweater oversized pullover thing, and I can't wait to get this finished. So actually we did have a little bit of visit this week. My younger sister with her family, so she lives in Reykjavik. They had a little bit of window opportunity to get outside the city and, you know, do something else, so that they have been here in the eastern Iceland for, well, they were last week, and they managed to fit in a little bit of a visit to us on Wednesday. Yep, it was Wednesday. I actually had to check my planner. And you know, I have shown the friend group, which contains two of my sisters, I have shown pictures of my yarn collection, at least some of it, and I got the very strong feeling that my younger sister was a little like, right, I want to see it. So I did show her a little bit, like, I mean, at least the yarn that's in my room. I did not pull anything out though, because that would have taken like the rest of the day. I did show her what's in here, and I did point out the stash that's in the storage room, but it really drove further home the feeling that I have that when I do finally have my own home, I will put my yarn collection on display. Not only because, I mean, yarn is beautiful and deserves to be looked at and admired. That would also make it really easy to remember that I have it, and really easy to get at it when I want to use it, so I don't need to, you know, take things out. But that is the future. Some point in the future, but that is the future. So, but it felt so good, at least pointing my yarn out to my little sister. I'm like, here's this yarn, and here's this yarn, and I really would have loved being able to just sit down and show her like my Angora and properly my cottons, and just I only was able to point them out. I couldn't let her like feel them, except for the Angora design. I keep wanting to call it delight because it's such a delight, but design, yes. Because, you know, I'm working on it, so it was handy, and she really liked the colors too. And the texture and the feel of it, and just, oh. I did also manage to show her my my Knit Pro, the Rosewood collection, the gift pack that I showed you a couple times, like the collection that has these knit needles. And I did show her, you know, the fancy box that all it comes in, and I might be able to maybe get her a one from, I think, Wool Warehouse. I need to check it. But yeah, I think I have a Christmas present for her. And I'm also thinking, because, well, Lord knows I have enough yarn, but I might be able to at least sneak in like a skein or two, both for her and our oldest sister, because they both knit. My third sister doesn't really knit, so I don't really know what to get her, but my younger sister may be covered this year. But yeah, it was almost fun showing her my yarn. I would have loved to just show it properly, but here we are. Other than that, I have books. I got so many books sent from Amazon, both the UK and the American, the original. Mostly Terry Pratchett. So I am I want to say a huge Pratchett fan, but honestly, anyone who reads Terry Pratchett basically turns into a Pratchett fan, because his turn of speech and his commentary on so many things. It took me years to realize some of the things, because Sir Terry Pratchett was, English, and I am, Icelandic. Obviously, someone who is English is going to be writing from a UK perspective and from UK history, which is long. I, however, am Icelandic. I learned Icelandic history. I learned Icelandic idioms and, the things and little tells. Studying English history and all the little tells and little things that are just, all little things. Which, it's kind of like, it's a bit like Naruto, honestly. You learn a little bit of English history and you figure out more what Terry Pratchett was talking about in like this story, that story. And then you learn a bit more from him, and it's just circle around. And realizing just the amount of literature that he's alluding to, the amount of just this character, this historical figure, this period, this event, this thing. It's so much, and honestly, without Terry Pratchett, I probably would not have half the insight as I do, because he opened up just the UK in general, honestly, like so many things. But yeah, trying to stop gushing about Terry Pratchett, because but the things that I did get, I got 2 of the plays. I think there's a third one. I need it. Lords and Ladies, yes. Lords and Ladies, yes, I need that one. That's the only one that I see that I don't have. I need that one. That's a really, really good story. I have the Shakespeare Codex, which is based on which one are you based on? It's loosely based on the Science of Discworld to the Globe, Lords and Ladies, and A Midsummer's Night's Dream. So, Science of Discworld, just the entire series of that, it's hilarious. It has all the sciences, which you would not, when you think about. Okay, so I realize I'm totally backwards. If you didn't even tell you who Sir Terry Pratchett was. Sir Terry Pratchett was an English author who sadly passed away in 2015, I believe. He had was it Parkinson's? I think it was Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. It was either one of those horrible, terrible, debilitating illnesses, and one of those extremely unfair ones. But Sir Terry Pratchett had an amazing mind. Just his most famous novels were about the Discworld. And the Discworld, it is basically a flat world resting on the back of 4 giant elephants who themselves stand on the shell of a giant turtle called the Great Atoon. And the Great Atoon, she swims through space. And the border of that which is possible. Love it, love it, love it, love it. The Discworld has just been a big part of basically my brain since I was a teenager. Like, my brother introduced me to the Discworld. How old was I? Like around 14, I want to say. So these two are based on 2 stories. You know, the Science of Discworld, 2 the Globe, and the Lords and Ladies. This one is based on my absolute favorite book by Terry Pratchett, The Hawkfather, and it's so like reading the stage adaptation of I know that you really like and seeing the difference and seeing how they take like great funny moments of internal speech and you know sentences that are attributed to a different character and you like it just brings a different light to it. It's like that's originally from that character, that's originally from that point. Like, love it. I did also get what's one here? Yeah, A Blink of the Screen. Haven't read that one yet. It's collected shorter fiction. Really excited for that. Those. Yeah. Let's read that. I also have, in his own words, A Slip of the Keyboard. Which I think might be a bit autobiographical. I mean, it's gonna be fun reading his, you know, him, who he was. I also have The Magic of Terry Pratchett, which basically I just went on a binge of Terry Pratchett. I think I saw a video on YouTube. There was a person just gushing about the general like Disco Seals by Terry Pratchett, and I'm like, I need. Yeah, it's The Magic of Terry Pratchett is the first full biography of Terry Pratchett ever written. So I got biographies. That's like a first, but I that's not all because I also am on a bit of a binge. Like now I want to really start reading the classic literatures, you know, the literatures that you know because you've seen all the movies, you've heard the discussions since you were a child, you just gulped it down like through osmosis, through culture and everything. You've seen adaptations and work based on these things, but I don't think I've read Jane Austen. I may have. I have no recollection of it. So I got the box set. It's the Jane Austen collection, and this is another mission of the summer. It is reading Jane Austen, and when I'm done with Jane Austen, I may start with the Bronte sisters. There's also Shakespeare, Lovecraft, Poe, just so much. I also got some more books, like the Jane Austen Handbook, which may shed more light on these and the novels themselves. I also found True Ladies and Proper Gentlemen, which sounds yet another etiquette book, or you know, book of advice, which is gonna be interesting. And then I got the Victorian Lady's Guide to Sex, Manners and Manners, Unmentionable. this was recommended, I'm like, yes. Particularly because it's another advice book on etiquette and all that. Such as, I think this would be chapter 10, being a good wife, how to avoid his eventual resentment for as long as possible. Sign me up. So yeah, this is gonna be my reading summer. As I mentioned also last week, and I also gave myself some what's the word? I get tripped on such simple words. The word is courses. So I gave myself some courses on Domestica. Like, there's a social media course because I have no idea what that is. Like, what is it? Need to learn. I have some on like novel writing, short story writing, floral hat pieces because that's something I would like to learn. I also found one on making jewelry with embroidery. I am not good at embroidery. I might be able to make a knot. I don't know. Might want to learn that. How to make like clay faces, like sculptures. Don't really know that. Watercolors. Haven't tried that in over a decade. Oil. Actually, I do know that. Haven't painted as such for a depressing long amount of time because I never have time or space. But whatever. Also this technique of, I think it's called alla prima. Never tried it, so let's go. So yeah. So my schedule for the next week, I planning on taking like starting some course on Monday, and just I had a plan, but then I figured like I'm on vacation, so wherever the wind may blow, because if there's a nice weather, I should be outside enjoying walking. If there's maybe not as agreeable weather, stay inside and read. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, I have managed to do a little bit of knitting, which is always a good thing. I'm hoping that I will have the brain power to just focus on finishing this part this week, and then try and figure out how to do the sleeves, because I still don't know how to do the sleeves. I just know that I will need to make them like shorter than usual, which is good news because that means I don't need to think that much, but still, how do I want to make them? Nothing to learn. But this has been me this weekend. Really happy. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next weekend. Okay, bless.